Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another ScaleRiders podcast episode number 240. I'm your host, 65 Lokes, back with some scale model news, upcoming shows, updates, uh, restock, and new products to ScaleRiders.com. I hope everyone is doing great. I'm chilling at home, relaxed setting, recording this episode right here for you guys. And, it is a different vibe compared to, all the previous ones I've been doing while I'm driving. I do enjoy doing those. But right now I am enjoying the relaxed setting. I got my notes. I got, access to the website online if I want to pull stuff up that I want to share with you guys. And, the other one, I feel like it's more like rapid fire, but anyway, let's start things off. Let's kick it off talking about Dedicated Magazine. So, for those of you that know and also don't know, Dedicated Scale Enthusiast Magazine, Volume 6, is available. Those that pre-ordered it some months back, you know, those are the first shipments that are going to be going out. I spoke with Willie, and he has been posting online, promoting, packaging the magazine. It's in hand, and all that stuff's going out to everyone who pre-ordered the first round, right? From posting all that, they started to get a high response on this. Like, hey, like, where can I get this? What's going on? Things like that. And it happens. Right now there's just so much information, the algorithms and all these things, that every time we go on Instagram, we're being bombarded with so much information left and right. Even pages that we don't even follow, things are popping up, suggestion pages and all this stuff, right? Posts, videos. So sometimes, we get caught up looking at things and we miss out on the actual pages that we follow and stuff. So um, the guys over there at Dedicated went ahead and decided to do a round two. So they do have for all those that weren't able to do the first round, they're going to do a second round right here. And if you're interested, please visit dedicatedmagazine.com. Once you're on the website, you'll be able to see the tab there right below where you can order the magazine, and it's a pre-order. So let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of give some info behind the pre-order. So the pre-order is now available. Let's see here. It says here each pre-order will receive a special edition volume 6 poster, sticker, scale plates, and mini magazines. Those are also cool. All those little tidbits that they add, because there are a lot of keepsake items. And like the scale plates, mini magazines, those are some really cool accessories that you can add there to your model cars. So this issue, this is the Volume 6 exclusive pre-order edition. Round 2 features Harley Quinn F100, Big Al Style, Toxic, Scale by Snacks, Northwind Customs, The Dutchman. Let's see, VW Madness, White Cloud's World, The Road to GSL, Gonic Style, OG Style, Juan For You, Bad Reputation, Lionheart, and Monkey Business. So those are the featured artists where they're going to be featuring their work in the magazine, along with show coverage. This is covering SoCal Open from the years 2021 up to 2023. It's also covering NNL West 2024 and Dedicated Super Show that took place in 2021. Also, tech tips in weathering. And again, each pre-order will receive special edition volume 6 posters, stickers, scale plates, and mini magazines. So as you're scrolling around, you'll be able to see the covers that are somewhat featured. I think the first one of the ads, I think that's like a previous cover, but all the other ones look like new covers. But we'll see. I mean, from what I saw, I mean, I'm excited, and with the magazine, I do have all the other volumes that they had released previously, and this is just another one to add to the collection there. So if you missed out, And just a reminder, I will be posting this on Instagram. So in case if you're listening to this right now and you don't have time to write anything down, don't worry. You can go on Instagram and look us up, ScaleRiders, or you can also look up Dedicated Magazine, and you should be able to pull up the information there for this pre-order. But remember, dedicatedmagazine.com. Let's see. So that's something that's exciting that's dropping this year. Start kick things off. Another thing too that I thought was really dope is wanted to shout out my homie White Chocolate 124. He's based out of Spain. A couple years back when I had traveled out to Spain, I got to hang out with them. I got to meet them in person along with Eternals 124. I got to see their dioramas. Well, that's this huge diorama. I mean, it's separate pieces that just once you compile them together, it just makes this like really beautiful city right there. And I mean, they're still adding stuff to it. It's like a never-ending project. Sorry, it's a never-ending project, and that was kind of one of the things behind the name of Eternals. It's like you're gonna be building and just working, collectively and working on these models eternally, like for a long, long time. So that's pretty cool. Like the concept there. Shout outs to David. He's one of the main dudes right there, putting a lot of work into these buildings, and he even gifted me a ScaleRiders building that I brought back home with me. So that's like a nice keepsake I have right here. And White Chocolate, a highly skilled model builder. He builds some really amazing things. And his website, if you visit whitechocolate124.com, he does offer transkits, wheels, exterior parts, tires, interior pieces, and like exhaust, like mufflers, like in the performance category. And with that said, a lot of the here, let me go on the transkits. I'm on his website right now. He does do a lot of Honda stuff. So for all you guys that are Honda fans, he will have some stuff for you there. He's also done some kits, some transkits for Mercedes Benz, VW, also a lot of VW. So I'm getting the vibe. He's a big VW fan and a Honda fan right there. And I mean, it definitely, I love the layout of his website. I remember some years back when he was launching this, and I just really, really love the presentation of the photographs that he presents, the format of the website, and just the layout of everything. It looks really nice, very professional. And you could just tell, if he's taking the time to present the site and everything. I mean, it just goes to show he's taking his time on designing a lot of these things and bringing them to life. One of the first trans kits I purchased from him was the Honda Civic EF9 Street Custom version. And with that kit there, I was able to use a Honda EF9 that was released by Hobby Nunu. It's the a Plots edition. And this kit, I mean, it's more of a race car version with the livery and everything, but with adding the street custom version that White Chocolate created, it definitely enhanced it, and you got to bring it to the fold to more of a street car, not having like an actual race car in the public streets, So when you go to his website and you start to see the parts that it includes, you get it in these really cool little plastic cases that I love. And with those little cases, I mean, you could fit all these little parts. So you're getting like wheels, you're getting the exhaust, like, let me see right here, the roof wing, the lip spoiler. There's all these like small little tidbits that's gonna definitely like enhance the car. And I was able to create my EF9 in all black. I was very influenced and also inspired by the whole Conjo racing scene, especially with like my homie slowly models in Australia, I mean, we were just geeking out talking about this stuff, and also David, um, Cam, and I mean, I had seen Cam build some in the past, and I was like, dang, and it was just one of those things where, bringing an EF9 to life was just amazing, and it just grew this appreciation for them. Um, Not too far from where I live, there's a guy who has an EF9 and it's clean, like mint. Like this dude must have just kept it in his garage, covered it up, probably has low miles. And it's just a beautiful car when I've seen him drive it out. And it's also black. And every time when I walk around the blocks and I see it, I try to take a picture of it. Hopefully I could snag a pic one day and like post it on my stories so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But it's very clean, very original too, and I really doubt he would ever sell it. I mean, it just looks like a timeless car. The one kit that I'm very excited about, and I'm gonna have to order it, is he came out with the new Honda Civic EK4 Mugen type style kit. Man, when he came out with that, I was shocked. I was surprised because it had been a while. He had been cranking out a lot of the trans kits and parts, and then it was just like you kind of didn't see anything else coming out for a minute. And now I know why. He was working behind the scenes, getting this one worked up. And I've always been fascinated with these Honda kits that he makes. I love purchasing them and getting them for my stash. And just what he made available, I was like, dude, I gotta get these. As soon as I saw his post on Instagram, I got excited. And I'm like, all right, I gotta get this. Because yeah, this one you're getting the wheels, the body kit, the top wing, and there's just too many cool things that are on there. So make sure you check out White Chocolate 124. He's also on Instagram, so you can see what he's coming out with there. Let's see what else. He also dropped some wheels too. Let's go to the. All right, here we go. I'm on his website right now. Let me pull up the latest and greatest. Yeah, the Mugen R&R. I think those are the ones that come with the kit. He also came out with the Mugen MF8 and the Mugen MF10. I mean, dang, all three of those look dope. I'll probably end up getting all three for my personal stash. As far as let's see, there was this one thing that I thought was super cool. He also has like OEM brake sets as well, and with these, I mean, dang, they look cool. Just the way you could paint them, and they're very universal with what you could use them with. I believe even with Fujimi kits, they'll work great. But yeah, this is the brake kit for street cars. It's mostly like Hondas, like Civics Integra CRX, and also like the Volkswagen Golf. Let me see here. But yeah, it's all 3D printed parts right there. And man, I mean, he's dropping some really really cool neat things right there. And I hope to see those guys again in the future. I would love to go back to Spain. It was such an amazing time, and I did bring out a model car that I gifted to them out there, and man, it was just fun being able to see their work finally in person. Because you see everything on Instagram, and when I saw it in person, I was like, man, this is amazing. Like, it would be dope if this was brought out to the States, in the future or something. Like, it just was like super cool to see that. And make sure you check them out on Instagram too. Eternals124. They also have a page with all the members that contribute their builds on there. And I don't know if you guys have been checking out Slowly Models. He's been dropping like free file. He did a thing called Free File Fridays or Friday, and that's like every Friday there's like a new file, like a new thing that he comes out with. The latest one he did was the Japanese beer crates. That one was super cool. You could get all this stuff from his Cold 3D page. So if you go to like cold3d.com, just look him up, Slowly's Models, and you'll be able to see the latest. And hey man, he's giving this stuff out for free too. I mean, you could download this stuff and print from home, you know, like all you guys that are 3D printing and everything, and just, you know, you could print for days. This is available right here, this crate. There's also like something called diorama junk, traffic cones, uh, audio, what is it, band, audio band flame speaker, audio, I'm all like trying to read it. Let's see. He also has like steering wheels as well, and wheels, and man, a lot of stuff. Cone filter sets. Yeah, there's just a lot of cool, neat things that he's put together, you know, over the years, and he's made this stuff available for everybody. So if you guys want to check that out right there, I mean, he does have a lot of stuff on his Colts 3D page. I highly recommend it right here. That's the homie right there. Slowly Models, check them out. Instagram. There's also some links on there for him. And man, we got the shows coming up. You know, we got the model shows. So, you know, one of the biggest ones that I talked about on the previous episode was the NNO West, and I know that's like the one that kicks things off because it's the beginning of the year. It's the one that gets everyone excited, pumped up, and now we're following up to the second show of the year in the month of February. That's going to be going down in Ventura, California, and you know, I want to let you guys know and share this info. So if you decide that, yo, I want to come out to the show, it's called Model Fest. It's a model contest and swap meet. The show hours are from 8:30 to 3 p.m. Sunday, February 23rd, 2025, taking place at Seaside Park, Ventura County Fairgrounds. And the address there is 10 West Harbor Boulevard, Ventura, California, 93001. And if you guys need any more info on that, call this number, right? It's not my number. So this is the Ventura Hobbies number. It's 805-658-8138. So if you need more information, hit them up. Regarding admission, it's $10 per person. Enter your models in the fairest model contest anywhere. First entry is $5. Each additional entry is only $2. There are 43 different categories to enter, including 8 junior categories. Bring your models and show them off, or just come and see the neat and interesting models that have been entered. And also, one last thing I want to add is state parking fee applies. Let me see here. I'll be there. I'll be vending, and I only booked one table, so I'm going to be pretty limited on products that I'm going to be bringing, but I think I'm narrowing it down, you know, based on the experience from previous shows leading up to this one. What are the things that I get asked a lot that people are looking for, and what are things that, you know, some people need? Because sometimes like I've had customers tell me, dude, I'm so glad you have this. I'm picking this up now. You just like, you know, you saved me a trip, or you know, I don't have to order it online, you know, things like that. It's just, so it's more like a convenience thing, like it's there. So I will be bringing stuff out. I'm planning on possibly also even I might be bringing a build or two of mine, and I might be entering it in the contest, because there's some builds that I did last year and I didn't like. I don't think I entered them in anything because I wasn't in at any other shows besides like last year's NNL West and Alex's the Slice of the West. Mm. Hey man, sorry guys, I gotta drink some water. I gotta hydrate real quick. So, mm. So yeah, I might be bringing some stuff right there to that event, and looking forward to that for sure. So this show here, I mean, there's a lot of different categories. They're gonna be there, so it's not just cars. So if you guys are into building aircraft, military, all that stuff's welcomed. Also, even like sci-fi stuff, you can also bring that as well. I know the homie Dave McGowan. I mean, dang, he comes out with some really cool stuff. He keeps it very, very interesting with a lot of his builds. I know online he does post car stuff, but there is a lot of other things that he just puts together. I mean, you could tell, there's a lot of creativity in there, and a lot of thought, that when you see that you're like, wait, what? Like a lot of different concept stuff. So it's really cool to see his stuff there. And I mean, Dave, I mean, he's been down with us since like the beginning. I mean, I remember back meeting him, and man, it's always nice to see him there locally in Ventura. So looking forward to that right there. So that show will be the second show of in February of this year here in SoCal. So another show that I wanted to plug. This isn't a local show for me. I've never been to this show, but I wanted to mention this show right here because this is taking place in the state in the city, Portland, Oregon. So this show, Pacific Northwest Model Car Fest. Last year, I was in contact with Michael, and I sent out some stuff to Michael to support the show. That way, they could like raffle some things off and whatnot. And this year I got the information for this year's show, and I do plan on also supporting them with this show, and sending them some stuff. And let's see here. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys the information. I'm gonna try to see if I can obtain a flyer, because I mean I have the physical paper flyer in front of me, but I want to get the digital version of this flyer, so this way I can also share it on my page. And this is taking place Saturday, March 15th, 2025, Model Car Show and Swap Meet, presented by Scale Auto Builders Association. It's a $15 unlimited model entries, $5 general admission. Kids under 15 are free. This year's build theme, gassers built to NHRA specs. And you guys could follow them on Facebook. If you guys are using Facebook and want to connect, make sure you look up SABA NW Northwest and look for them there. Let's see here. Common kit build, 1957 Ford Del Rio wagon based on Revell or Monogram kits. 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. taking place at the Holiday Inn Airport, Portland. Address is 8439 Northeast Columbia Boulevard, Portland, Oregon, 97220. There's also free parking for this event. And I mean, obviously there's going to be a swap meet as well, Model Car Show and swap meet. If you guys, if you're listening to this and you're from Portland, Oregon, and you want to vend and all that good stuff, you can always email them. I'll plug the email. It's Saba modelcars@gmail.com, SABA modelcars@gmail.com. So if you guys want to sell some stuff, make sure you get in contact with Michael right there. Ooh, let's see. There's some more info on the back of this. So yeah, they're gonna have in classes. They're gonna have racing, rods, customs, pickup, commercial / emergency, stock, box stock, lowriders, tuner, curbside, and motorcycles, diorama, junior, and other. And then additional awards would be like senior best of show, junior best of show, Saba Memorial Awards, Founders Award, best finish, best detail, best engine, best interior. Dope. That's cool. And let's see here. I believe. Let me see. I'm looking at some of the paperwork. I think that's it. Yeah. So yeah, guys. This show's going down March 15th. All right. And moving on. So another show that I want to remind everybody of, and I'm going to keep reminding you guys as we lead up to this one for the month of May during the summer. This is going to be probably one of the biggest show in Southern California. I mean, it already is, but I think it's going to be massive. I should say that better. So this one, I'm talking about. You guys already know it. SoCal Open. All right, let's go right ahead and pull up the flyer right here. That way I don't miss anything for you guys. SoCal Open Model Car Contest presented by ScaleProShop.com and Tamiya. The charity event benefiting and hosted by the Rancho San Antonio Boys Home, 21000 Plummer Street, Chatsworth, California. Sunday, May 4th, 2025 from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. $15 pre-entry or $20 at the door. Limited entries, limited to 15 per builder. Exclusive drawing for pre-entries only. Juniors free, spectators free. And if you want more info on that, visit socalopen.org or contact Art Lasky. His number 951-233-5276. And also his email, laskyscale@gmail.com. Let's see here. So if you have any questions, you heard it here on the podcast, but you want to reach out to Art, make sure, you get a hold of him with that info that I shared right there. And let me also mention and shout outs to the sponsors here for this event. These are additional sponsors to the event. So we have Juan For You, Chuck's Hobby Spot. He's on YouTube. Daryl Gasaway. Here, let me zoom in. We got the International Model Car Builders Museum, Dedicated Scale Enthusiast Magazine, San Diego Model Car Club, Temecula Valley Model Car Club, Mark S. Gustafson, Attorney at Law, Dave Dale. We also have Grex USA. It's the airbrush company. Iceman Collections. Check them out, icemancollections.com. We also got BG's Model Workshop. He's up there on YouTube. You can check him out there. Auto Modeler, For the Love of Car Models magazine. Another magazine right there. And we also have From Start to Finish, ScaleFinishes.com. Masterpieces, John and Jamie Teresi. And finally, ScaleRiders. That would be us. ScaleRiders.com. Nah. Okay, so as far as the classes, there's going to be juniors, hot rod / street rod, street machine, custom, lowrider, mild, lowrider, wild, street, truck, factory stock, drifters and tuners, motorcycles, commercial vehicle, drag race, door slammers, competition, road course / oval, out of the box, sorry. Replica, curbside, large scale, small scale, miscellaneous. And there's also going to be master awards for best interior, best finish, best detail, best of show. Dang, that is a lot of awards right there. I mean, all those classes plus the master awards, that's dope right here. So it just goes to show, I mean, this show is huge. If you're going in there bringing 15 cars, I mean, dang. And I think you got a chance. I mean, there's a lot of dudes bringing heat though. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you want to see where you're at with model building, I mean, that's one right here for Southern California to really see like what level of model building you're at, or like if you feel a little stuck, kind of like you're like, man, you know what? Every time I build a model, I feel like I hit a plateau or a spot where I almost feel like I'm not learning, like I'm kind of stuck, and I want to take it to that next level, right? And maybe no one's building around where you live, and you check online, or maybe you don't even go online and you just listen to this podcast. No, I'm joking, but yeah, go there, and even if you don't enter, spectate, check it out. bring your phone, your camera, take photographs, record some video, and just be like, dang, like just look at what you're seeing right there. Observe, check out some of the heavy hitters right there. That you're like, dang, like this dude's crazy, Um, and even if you bring your stuff, set it up and whatnot. And if you don't know anybody, don't trip. Just set up your stuff. You're gonna meet someone for sure. Someone's gonna recognize your builds, or you're gonna recognize someone else's builds, and there's so many icebreakers, to just like chop it up with people, and from there, I mean, it'll be it'll just be one of those things where when you go home, you'll be inspired. You'll probably go home with some merch, your builds, an award. I always picture someone like just driving off and they have like the trophy in their back seat and they're just driving off, stuff like that. So definitely, man, that this is like a show. I'm gonna have to ask someone, um, what's up with the to break down the definition for mild and wild. I probably have to ask a couple people because I've asked that question before to different people, and everyone has like a different answer, and but I always like you're listening to that. I'm not saying like, oh no, you're wrong, this. No, I just want to hear it, and this is something that once I get some info on that, I could share with you guys on a future podcast episode right there. So we got the lowrider mild, lowrider wild. There's always like a lot of lowriders that are built for this show. The same with like the hot rods, the street machines, and customs. You will always see like customs, drifters, tuners. Like a lot of these classes, you do see the tables fill up with a lot of this stuff. For a lot of the guys that are in Northern California that have never been to this show and have been thinking about, doing the driving, 5-6 hours out or even 7 hours out, I would recommend it. I know it's on a Sunday. If anything, like possibly, you can make it like a weekend where you just get into town on Saturday and then hit the show on Sunday and then just head back probably on Monday, just so you're not like tripping, like, dang. Unless, if not, I mean, even going home on Sunday is not that bad. I mean, if the show, let's say the show ends at 3 p.m., right? And you go, oh, well, I'll chill another hour or whatever, wrap up, maybe talk to a couple people, chop it up real quick before you hit the road. You'll be jumping on the freeway. From there, from Chatsworth, I mean, dang, you could head towards, you go a little bit backwards to connect to the 5 and just to head back up north, or you have the option to go towards the 101, but I think most people are going to take the 5 because it's just a straight one shot. Estimate from there maybe like let's just say a 6 hour drive, so 4 p.m. and then 6, well, you'll be getting home, maybe 10, 11, depending, you get some gas, pit stop, maybe halfway point, restroom break, whatever. But at the end of the day, if anything, you'll probably be getting home by midnight, you know, um, get everything off the car and just, knock out. You'll probably feel so good knocking out, you'll be tired, like standing up all day and everything, sore throat from talking, um, maybe drink a tea before you go to sleep, and then just be good. Wake up the next day and go to work or whatever, or if you got to go to school or whatever you do on a Monday, you do what you got to do. Or if you're retired, you just chill, you recoup, have a coffee, throw on some tunes. Everyone's out of the house, perfect. Crank up the volume a little louder on the tunes and just start, working on your projects. And I mean, this show is gonna be fun. I have some friends that have hit me up telling me they're gonna fly out. They're gonna be there in town. I am planning on vending at this event. I'll most likely just book maybe one table. I don't think I'm gonna do two. I'll just do probably just the one. Um, because I am gonna. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna bring product, but I also want to bring some builds to this event as well to support and just kind of keep it kind of chill because I do want to catch up with homies. I want to catch up with friends. I do want to get some content, walk around and see what's up. Um, I'll probably have someone help me there, so this way it's easier and I could just step away for a bit just to like hang out with some homies and stuff like that. Let me see. So SoCal Open, Modelcar contest coming up. Mark your calendars. If you're not sure if you're gonna go or not, or kind of debating it, I would say like now just start looking at if you're from out of town and you have to fly in, like just start searching like how much plane tickets are right now, because the plane ticket, who knows if it could be $100, 200 or less, I don't know. You could find probably a pretty cool deal. And if you're tempted, I mean, just buy the ticket. And if things come up, I mean, you can always change the day or like, I don't not change, like cancel it. I think I'm pretty sure you could buy like some insurance or something on there where you could like, if you decide to like not go, you can do that. But at least you're kind of locked in where you go, all right, I'm taking the steps in order to go and then, look into hotels and all that stuff. But if you're planning on making the drive, I mean, you could either just plan out with some friends or just head out on yourself or a family member, someone so you could do the drive. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some people from up north, probably some people towards like Arizona area, possibly Nevada area, and like San Diego area coming up. So it's like a nice meeting point from all angles that can attend to this show right here. So that's going to be in May. That's going to be a fun one right there. And let me go back over here and tell you guys. Let me go to my YouTube channel. That I I've been cranking out some videos on there, uploading stuff, and yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun, like putting the whole thing together and just kind of like playing by ear, kind of the flow of what's going on. Some of the first videos that I started to post was like the bench pack out. That was one of the first videos where I'm just kind of showcasing the bench of what's coming up. And then I followed it up with the 49 Mercury model car roof prep. So I basically had a Merc from a kit, and it was just a body that was just flowing around, always in my stashes and everywhere. I must have bought this at a show, most likely used. And this is a body where I mean I kept it for so long and I never threw it away, and I kept it for a reason. And now that I pulled it out, I feel like I found its purpose, especially for the YouTube channel. One of the things I had on the roof was some like glue marks and stuff, and I kind of, when I think back to it, I kind of think maybe it had sink marks and maybe someone applied glue on certain areas just to level it out. But then that was it. They never really got to work on that body. And so I went ahead and I started to showcase the God Hand sanding sponges. I started to work with a 240 grit up to the 400 grit just to smooth it on out and showcase like the capability of what these sanding sponges do. And from there, I was able to recover and get a smooth finish. And then I followed it up with some Tamiya primer in color gray. From there, it was just some more sanding, like prepping. Finally, where I got it nice and smooth, and then I followed it up with like a 600 grit. And then from there, it was like that was it. That was like the stopping point for myself. That's normally where I stop before I get to like paint. And it's a body that it needs work on the sides. I mean, the roof is primered, but the rest of the body isn't. So down the road, I'll probably go ahead and start adding some more primer to the body, some body work. Who knows? Maybe I'll attempt I'll chop the roof or something. I don't know. I'll do something to this car as I go on. Whatever ideas come up, I'll go ahead and work with it right there. So one of the things I started to think was like, okay, I'm in this space now. I have my bench all set up. I have all my tools here. I have all my paint. I have my airbrush, my compressor. Collectively, everything that I have in use is right here. Like it's all right here. So what do I need to do next? What's the next move? Because I just started this like these videos. I'm starting to upload them, and I want to stay busy. I want to stay consistent with coming out with new videos without burning myself out. Let me just try to do as much as I can. So I decided to to start with a fresh build, and with this one, what I wanted to do was I wanted to start with an out of box build, basically just using the parts that came in the kit. I'm not gonna swap anything out. I'm not gonna put aftermarket wheels or photo etch or anything like that, And this one, I did record a video of it. It's gonna be a parts series. The first part's already been released. It's titled "Building the Fujimi Laurel Medalist," and with this one, you know, I'm just pretty much explaining which kit I selected and what I plan on doing with the kit. At this point in the video, I got it to where it ends pretty much with the kit being primered and wet sanding. And I mean, man, when I started like pulling all the parts and getting it all going, I was like, dude, like this is such a cool kit. Like it's a very easy build. It's not complicated. It doesn't have a million parts. Everything seems to fit pretty well. There's nothing wonky, nothing warped or off. And the body was very clean, no flash, anything like that. I was very impressed. And it does look like an OG kit, but the box art looks beautiful and everything. It's a four-door car as well, but I mean I didn't care. I was like, dude, this looks dope, to me. So I started piecing that together, and from there, that was the first part. So then as time passed, I started to work on the second part. So I started cutting out all the parts from the tree, getting them all out, and looking at the instructions. It's broken down really clean, really easy. I started to assemble the bottom, right? So the bottom chassis started doing, like the brakes and the exhaust and just getting everything in there. The bottom is just gonna be black. I'm not gonna be detailing in nothing crazy. So those parts are already black. So I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm either gonna leave them like this, or I'm just gonna get like a flat black Tamiya paint, like rattle can, and I'm just gonna spray flat black over it. I mean, right now it looks a little glossy, but I think I want to just hit it with some flat black. I don't want to primer it because then I'll just be wasting primer at that point. Because if I like go through that whole process of like wanting to sand every little piece and then primering it, watch, it's just gonna take too long, and I don't want to do that. For this, I mean, it's just gonna be black. The focus for myself with this kit, it's mainly to use all the parts that came with the kit, and the focus will primarily be the body, like the paint job, and I'm not gonna alter the stance. Like I'm not gonna cut nothing and this and that, and shave off the door handles and shave off the emblems. I'm not gonna do none of that. It's basically just painting the body, painting the interior, and maybe a little bit of detailing with my paints, and just basically, um, you know, polishing the clear on the body and just putting it all together, and that's it. Um, just using the decals that came with the kit. I'm not gonna add, any ScaleRider decals or any other aftermarket And I remember this idea and the inspiration behind this comes from like kit builder Chris, because I know with him, when he was building his models and showcasing them on his Instagram page and also on YouTube, his YouTube channel, he would build some kits where he would say, I'm gonna build this as to like this is how the kit's meant to look like or be when it's like out of box, without using any other small parts or detail accessories, anything like that. It's just primarily the kit that comes the way it comes, and I thought that was pretty cool, like that concept, that idea. I was like, dang, that's pretty dope. And there was another homie, his name's David, who would also say like, man, I'm building a model, but I'm doing this just like box stock. And dude, it's tough because you're trying to use all the parts, and sometimes some parts don't even fit or they don't go, and you're like, dude, what the heck? Like, I'm not trying to like customize or anything like that. A lot of my builds are tend to have somewhat customization, different percentages. Some it could be like maybe 10%, 20%. It just depends like the style I'm going for. But sometimes some builds just have like a very like small percentage or 50% of customization on them. But with this one, I wanted to do this way. So throughout the week, I've been filming clips of things. I'm gonna be working on that later because I've been basically recording at different stages, and then collectively, I'm just like grabbing all this footage, which I'll later release. And the bottom chassis is pretty much already put together. The interior tub, the dashboard, the seats, all that's been primered. I'm just right now debating on the color of the exterior. Some people ask me what color you're gonna paint it. I'm just gonna go off of what I have in my stash. I'm most likely gonna be going with like a house of color paint job, and I'm probably gonna go with like I don't think I'm gonna do pearls. I might go with more like a metallics. I just want more metallics on this to be kind of loud with the paint job, and we'll see. I mean, we'll see where I go. Who knows? I might change my mind last minute and be like, all right, we're going pearls. We're gonna go the pearl route. So I'll keep you guys posted on that one right there. I'll let you guys know what direction. Or maybe you gotta wait till the video comes out. So we're gonna be doing that. But yeah, there's been more and more content being uploaded on our YouTube channel, and I know it's gonna slow down a bit in a couple weeks once I start getting busy. Oh dang, something fell. I'm gonna start getting busy a little bit in a couple weeks. I might not be able to record some stuff content wise, but I'll be able to do like a podcast and other things like that. So stay tuned for that. But the YouTube channel, if you guys aren't following us on YouTube, we do have a YouTube channel. Just look us up on YouTube. Just look up ScaleRiders and you'll be able to find us right there. And let's see. All right, let's get into some of the most recent restocks that we received into our online store, ScaleRiders.com. Let's see. So there's a couple of snap kits that we got in 132 scale. These are the Subaru Sambar truck, and they already come molded in the color that's shown on the box. There's one that's in blue, another one in frost white. Both neat, cool looking trucks. We got like a couple of each colorway, and these are new from Aoshima, and these come part of the snap kit series that they have out. They've been cranking out a lot of snap kits, and we do plan on getting some more. We don't really get too many in our store, but I have noticed through the years there have been some customers that I feel like that's what they're into. That's because that's all they order is 132 skull. So it's kind of cool, and I'm kind of curious. I wonder if that's going to be something that's going to emerge later. Who knows? Maybe at a SoCal Open future show. I wonder who will be the first to come out with like a 132 scale snap kit just to flex. Everyone has their 124, 125th, 118, like huge scales, and then bam, 132. What's up? Like everyone's like, what? Damn. So that, just throwing it out there. So that right there, we got that in the store. We also got the new Tamiya 124 scale Renault 5 Turbo. This looks like a kit that was probably put out many years ago, and they just came out with it again. It got repopped, and man, it looks like a banger, like a dope kit right here. I will be getting more of these. I only got one, but I'll get more for sure. Because now I'm like, dude, I think I want to build one of these. You know, so that's in the site. It's available. We also finally restocked on our Tamiya diamond files for photo etch. So with the diamond file, pretty much the use for it is, if you're over here cutting up photo etch parts off of the tree, the photo etch tree, and you have like a little bit of an edge, you can always use the scissor, the Tamiya photo etch scissors, to snip out that extra piece, that little limb that's coming out. But just in case, if you don't have the scissors or anything like that, and when you rub your finger and you still feel an excess amount of photo etch sticking out, you get the diamond file and you can flatten that out. If you have maybe something that's a little circular that you need to get into, a little crevice, you could still use the other part, the other half of the file. That's a very handy tool, something I highly recommend to have in the bench, and it's pretty much universal. You can use that tool with any genre of model building. Another one is the Tamiya panel line dark brown. This right here is something that we restock. We've been carrying this for a while now, and a lot of times people tend to just stick with the black panel line. But if you're doing different interiors, or you're doing military builds, the dark brown is a pretty cool accent, because it is dark, but it's not black. It's close. It's like those two go hand in hand together. It just really depends. What is it? What's the foundation? What are you throwing that over? Um, Also, our Tamiya, I'm like like if it's my company. No. Sorry about that. So Tamiya paint mixing jars, the 46 milliliter, we got those back in stock. I love these little bottles. House of Color work really well with these. Even if you have like lacquer paints, like splash paints that are like ready to spray. If you want to upgrade the storage, let's say you're using the plastic little bottles and you want to upgrade to glass, um, and you want to store it away for a long time. It has a nice seal to it. Nothing will come out. That right there is a product I highly recommend. Those little jars. So those are back. Also, aprons. So in the site we do have aprons as well. Two different ones. One from Mr. Hobby and another one from Display. It's basically like what brand you're rocking with, or what style of clothing you kind of want to rock with. You could either do both or just one. But we do have those available. The aprons, they're really neat. Man, it makes me want to come out with the ScaleRiders apron in the future. So we'll keep you guys posted on that right there. A restock on the Mr. Hobby, Mr. Finishing Surfacer 1500 gray. We also got the 1000 gray as well in stock, and we also have the 1200. So we have the 1000, 1200, and 1500 of that. Difference being, from what I read, is I know they also make a 500. But the thing with the 500 is, like, let's say if there's like a build that maybe you need to fill in an area, or you just wanted to be a little bit more coarse, you rock with the 500. and and pretty much, you for like body work, like you're cracked out popped out a model, and you spray it with the 500, and then you start doing your body work, sanding and everything, right? And then you're like, all right, cool, that looks dope. Then you could hit it with like the 1000 now. So now it's less coarse, it's a little bit more finer. And then you could do more, a little bit of more work. From there, you could be like, oh, I hit it with the 1200, or you could just, either route. But let's say if you have like a Tamiya kit, right? Like you're building a Tamiya kit, a lot of those models of Tamiyas, they're super smooth, they're nice, you just very minimal scuffing. You wet sand that thing, get it scuffed up, and you can hit it with the 1500. The 1500 is like the it's like a really nice finishing surfacer that you lay on top right there. And then once you lay that, then it's going to be basically ready to paint. We also got the Tamiya Fine Surfacer Primer in pink. Pink is another color that, if you have all the other colors in this Tamiya, I highly recommend to get the pink, because that does give a different look underneath when you layer paint over your builds. So that right there, we did get in stock. There's also a new product that we got in the store for the first time ever. It's by the brand Model Art, and it's a rhombus mesh. And this is for 124 scale. There's two different sizes. One of them is considered the large, and the other one is considered a fine. The large is 2 millimeter. The fine is 1.1 millimeter. And let's see, I have them right in front of me. I got these in and I already sold out of them. So I'm gonna be getting more though, and they're pretty big. It's a pretty nice sheet that you get here with these right here. And oh man, I mean, it's all in Japanese. I can't really read. I'm trying to read what it says. Let me see, Model Art. But yeah, it's from Model Art. Model Art, it's like a Japanese magazine, like a hobby magazine, and they made these, I want to say, like exclusively for the 124. I don't know if maybe it's one of these magazines where they probably add one of these in the mag for free as a promo, like back in the day. I don't know if the magazines even do that anymore. I remember they used to do that for a lot of things. Like if you bought a musician's magazine or something, or like an electronic music magazine, they'll throw a CDR or a CD with like a bunch of samples and loops and stuff. So like if you wanted to make music, or I think even like for video games, like for PlayStation, like part two, they would give you like a disc with demo of games that you could play, like one of the stages or whatever, just to kind of introduce. So that's from Model Art. I am gonna try to get access to maybe like some issues of Model Art. I know there's one that I could get in, get one in, because that's the only one for cars. All the other ones are for like aircraft and all that stuff. But if you guys are into the aircraft stuff, let me know. I might be able to like specially order you just that specifically. I won't plan on getting them for the store, but for you guys, if you guys are into that, let me know. Also, Hasegawa, we restocked on the wood finish. We have the complete set from teak, walnut, maple. Also Hasegawa mirror finish. I mean, this is the best kept secret right here. Highly recommended by Armando and Jeffries right here. And I mean, if you want an alternative to bare metal foil, you're doing a show car, this is the material I recommend, the mirror finish. And always remember, always use a brand new blade when you cut this thing out. Never use a dull or a used blade, because you're just gonna mess up the material. It's best bust out a brand new blade for this. And also the Hasegawa masking liquid, we got that back in stock as well. The Master Tool stainless T ruler, size small. I mean, this is a really nice one, a little small size. So if you wanna, you're cutting styrene, you do a lot of scratch building. That's a piece right there that I highly recommend. The Tamiya spray working stand sets, we got those back in stock. They're available. They're ready to rock. They're ready to receive the model body that you want to place on there. Insert and just spray some paint from Aoshima. Another 124 scale, the Garson Majesta. This is the first time we ever get this car into our store. We only got a couple copies of it, and I mean, it looks dope. Like, you can make a dope VIP car out of this. It has some really nice exhaust pipes sticking out from the back right there. And then the last couple kits adding to this list would be the Tamiya, the Honda City Turbo, that comes with an extra little model bike, the Moto Campo, all from Honda. It's a super dope piece. You could even build the bike. You could even fit it in the back seat of the freaking car. It's so dope. And last but not least, the probably one of this year's like cars that's making a lot of noise. It's gonna be a classic. We'll be seeing this kit for years and years. I mean, I'm 41 years old right now. I'm gonna be 42 in a couple months. I mean, I'm gonna, in the future, 10 years from now, when I'm 41, I'm 51, going into 52. This car will still be one of the best coming out, banging them out. So this one's the Tamiya 124 scale Porsche 911 GT3 RS 992. Dope car. Um, I got like 4 copies of these in. I think now I'm down to like, I think I have 2 left or 3 left. I don't know. But originally, the first time I got these around, I sold out of them. And this is the second round. I'm trying to get more. I'm trying to get as many as I can, just so I could hopefully have this in stock all the time. Bad kit, like super bad ass kit. Highly recommend it. I would love to build one as well. It's just, and then Zoom on model, they do have a PA set for it. I do plan on ordering a bunch of those as well. Just been kind of sleeping on it. I haven't I'm still making my final round selections to submit and get that order in. Let's see what else I don't forget. A lot of, oh yeah, like a lot of Aoshima wheels came in as well. I want to say probably like last week or earlier in the week. There's like a bunch came, and that's been, it's a trip, man. When you see all this stuff kind of come in and just be there, when for a while you're like, man, this stuff was getting a little bit hard to get, but now we have it in stock. It's here, ScaleRiders.com, and I believe that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this episode. I sure did. I hope you learned some new things, gathers up some information, maybe some notes. If you guys want to support Dedicated Magazine, make sure you check them out at dedicatedmagazine.com. Also, if you want to support White Chocolate, make sure you check him out, whitechocolate124.com. And for slowly models, go to Colts 3D and look him up on there, and you'll be able to see what he has to offer, and he's doing it all for free right there. What else? Oh yeah, one last thing I want to mention before I go. I did notice on Instagram there's an account that popped up again. It resurfaced again. And this is, I'm not gonna name any names or anything like that, but this is an individual posting as a company coming out with a product. And I remember this because this is more than 7 years ago. We're in 2025 right now, but back in 2018, this company was marketing a product that they were going to coming out. And I remember this is from what I saw, and also from my friends that took action. They went ahead and they made a pre-order on this product, and the product, I mean, friends paid money and product was never delivered. It was like never created. There might have been like a prototype, but there was never nothing ever finalized or whatever. And and then that was like a first round, and then later there was like another batch of like pre-orders that went in, and I know how it is. People get excited. And at that time, I mean, this is before all the RC lowrider stuff. This is before, you know, anybody was doing anything with LEDs or whatever, right? At that time, I mean, there was some people doing hoppers. You know, we had the guys from So Many Ways, and I mean, those guys were holding it down, and there wasn't really anybody else. I mean, there was other crews on Facebook that were, you know, the hopping scene. It was out there, but there really wasn't too much information on this stuff yet, right? So when this product came out, it's quite similar. You know, it's like an air suspension system. And so a lot of people were drawn to it, was like, oh my God, I want to put that on my models. You know, everyone obviously, you know, was very competitive. Everyone wants to be the first. Everyone wants to, you know, get in there and like bust out and whatnot. But it just sucks that a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people got jacked because not a lot of people got refunded. Not a lot of people got anything out of it. So over time, you know, people kept contacting the individual on Instagram regarding their stuff. My friends did the same thing. I never was interested in the product, and I never did a pre-order or anything, right? Because it seemed fishy to me already, and I just didn't want to have that headache or whatever, right? So the account, it was never deleted. It just was never, like, it was never active again. Like, you never saw any posts, any likes, nothing. Like, it was just like that was it, like abandoned, right? So everybody was probably like, what the hell, what's going on? And I remember through the years this conversation would come up, you know, at shows, or just people would be like, yo, whatever happened? And no, nothing. I don't know. Like, just, you know, and then now, right now, 2025, end of January, all of a sudden the account pops up. And I'm like, wait a minute. And then I saw, dang, I'm still following this account. What the heck? So I unfollowed it. I don't want to be associated anything with this account because this individual is not part of the community, has never been a part of the model car community ever. And I don't like being negative about stuff. I like trying to keep things positive and whatnot. But I feel like something like this just rubs me the wrong way, where I don't like people being taken advantage of. And I'm just like, okay, like, never been part of the community. I've never seen this dude at a model show. I don't even know how he looks like. Nobody knows how he looks like. You could ask anybody, and no one knows who this dude is. Dude's never posted a selfie, and who knows? I don't even know if it's even a dude. It could be a girl. You know, I don't know. Um, Claiming they're from LA. Where? I've never seen you. No one's ever seen you, and everyone's here in like LA, and locally. Um, and now they're like, their newer posts like, "Hey, we're back," and "Oh, we're taking pre-orders again," and now everyone's like jumping on the comments like, "Yo, where's my money?" or "Where's my stuff?" Like, what the heck, you know? And here's the reason why I bring this up right now, real quick, before I forget, is it's been so long. All these years have passed, right? Those that got jacked that know what's up, they're like whatever about it, or they're gonna call them out on it to demand their money back because it's already too late. There's nothing you can do about it, right? But if this person is able to redo it again, let's say everyone else that does not know about it like jumps on it and ends up buying this thing for $180 or whatever he's asking, and let's just say, you know, it's X amount of people. I mean, he could be walking away with 5 grand, 10 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand. He could be walking away with a lot of money from people and never delivering on anything. He doesn't have a cosign. He doesn't have anybody to make him be like, this dude's legit, you know? And even the pictures look fake. all I see is a box with a sticker on it to make it seem like it's a final product. How about you send the product to the people, refund the people, and give them a free product? You know, what about some promos? Hook some people up with promos that could talk about the product. It goes to show. I feel like this is a scam, another scam, right here. And I know some of you guys listening to this know who I'm talking about or what it is, like the page, and I'll let you guys figure it out. I know you guys are gonna figure it out. Right there, just be careful. You know, don't fall for stuff because this stuff happens all the time. I mean, this happened a long time ago when 3D printing wasn't even around yet, and people were casting wheels and stuff. I remember seeing people get jacked, not get paid, and people were complaining and fools are threatening each other and all this drama that we don't even need. And I think everyone got past that because everyone's kind of just doing their own thing and whatnot, or people buy stuff from legitimate people that are part of the scene that everyone co-signs. Like, no, this dude's legit. This dude is solid. Like, he's passionate about what he does, and what he's a part of. But when you get dudes that like they're not part of anything and they're just in it for a quick buck and they're just trying to like come up and run off, like, dude, that's not cool right there. And I just don't want to see like the scene get flooded with this, because yeah, just don't get too hyped, don't fall for it. um because I don't know, man. I just wanted to express that real quick. um and that's it. So 65 Lokes checking out. Peace out. All right. Have a good one. Take care.